This time it goes slow. I'm on my nose.
Hey kitties, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Marilyn and I'm bringing you all things beauty, fashion, lifestyle, even some fragrance. So if you like that kind of stuff, just take the time and subscribe. Okay kitties, so we're getting into some beauty today. I wanted to review the new, it's the L'Oreal Infallible Blur Perfection Loose Setting Powder. I've been hearing all the rave about this, and I actually do not have a drugstore setting powder that I love. I don't have any actually drugstore setting powder, and I was like, you know what, since the girls are raving about it, why not try it? I wanted it in the translucent shade, but that was sold out, so I grabbed the pink one. So right now I have on just my base, so we're going to get right into it. I do have to complete my makeup, and when I get to the step of where we can try this setting powder, we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, some of the claims of this product, it says that it's up to 24-hour blurring and brightening, and it blurs imperfections, it extends makeup wear, it controls shine. That's yeah, because I am oily in the T-zone, so I love to keep the center of my face matte, so if it does that. And it says here the under eye looks instantly brighter after use. Now this has a couple different shades, like I mentioned that I wanted the translucent, but that was sold out, so I went ahead and tried a pink because I've never tried a pink under eye setting powder. I stick with the standard shades like the creamy translucent or like the honey shades or even a yellow setting powder. Never tried a pink, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the face. I do have my base already on just to save time, and the video isn't really about the base, it's about the under eye, so I went ahead and did all that prior to doing the video. The rest of the makeup I will film, that way you see how the makeup blends and merges with everything else in my routine. All right, so for the concealer today I'm going to use is the the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and it's the satin finish. So I am going to speed through this part until we get to the setting powder, but if you want to see the routine, you'll be able to see it, but we're going to speed through it.
Your cries that can be heard from far and wide. It's only the truth.
Okay guys, so now we're at the step where I would apply my setting powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and break the seal on this. I'm going to dump some of it into the cap. Now this is a talc-free formula, so hopefully it still goes on as smoothly as the girls say. So right now the packaging is kind of annoying because not a lot of it comes out at a time. I don't know if it's because it's full or because it's talc free. It sort of clumps together. It doesn't come out as smoothly as a powder that has talc. All right, so this is what I got out. Okay, and I think that's enough, okay, because I don't feel like tapping it anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my powder puffs and grab some. And before I set it, I am gonna wipe off some of the excess, like dab it in the hand. You know the trick, just to get rid of that excess powder, just to set it before you actually bake, okay? So I got some off, and I'm just setting the under eye. And right off the bat, it looks like, look at the difference. It looks so smooth. This is the thinnest layer. Okay, I haven't baked yet, but the way it brightened and smoothed. Let me just finish it though. And I'm tapping it over the blush as well. All right, so let's go in on the other side. Do you see? Yeah, you see it. Okay, and then here. You just push it. it, and set. Looks good. So before I go any further, this is what it looks like when you just set it. Like just a thin layer, no baking, just a little set and go. And it is so smooth and it is brightening. I was scared it was gonna actually look pink on my skin, which it doesn't. It just really does a great job highlighting and brightening dark skin. And I'm here for it. Okay, so this is it so far. Now I'm gonna go in with a heavier layer and let it just kind of sit and bake while I complete the rest of the makeup, which I will speed through it so you guys will see that. All right, so this is a heavier layer. I'm just gonna tap some of it off. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and just let this powder hang out while I finish the rest of my makeup. Okay, and I hope this step doesn't screw it up. I hope it doesn't. All right, so we're baking. Now let's finish the rest of our face. Okay, so this is the face so far. I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to sort of dust away some of the excess powder before putting like a setting spray. All right, so now we're going to do our setting spray. So I am back with the finished look. I was actually away for a little bit, maybe about 20 to 25 minutes since the last piece of makeup that you see me apply to my face. But this is a finished look. What do you guys think? Just first impressions on what it looks like. What do you guys think in the comments? Like, tap, type. That's how we engage. That's how we grow. Tip tap, yeah. My first impressions of this product is 10 out of 10. I truly love the way it looks on my face. I've never tried a pink setting powder before, and I really should have tried it earlier because I do love the way it looks on my face. It really does a great job highlighting me without making me look ashy, if you know what I'm saying. It brightens me without that overcast, and that's not something that I am into, and none of my setting powders do that, and I try to stay away from that look, and this does a great job. Even though I put a heavy layer of powder and sort of baked, it still looks really flawless, and it's great for my skin tone. So if you are dark or deep dark, do not be afraid of this shade because clearly it looks good on us, clearly. Another great thing that I like about this powder is, although it's a ton of powder, now my skin personally is oily and I am oily in the T-zone. However, the powder doesn't look dry. It doesn't look, it's just a nice finish. It is matte, but it isn't overly drying, and that's what I really do love about it. If you have dry skin, I would say use it lightly, of course, because if you have drier skin, any excessive amount of powder is going to make your skin look even drier. So if you like to bake, just try not to bake too heavily, and be sure to use maybe a moisturizing or hydrating setting spray. I used a matte setting spray, which is the the Makeup Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray, and I love this because it does a great job making the makeup last longer. The longevity is great, and it keeps the oil at bay. It doesn't completely eliminate it, of course. After, you know, a few hours, you do tend to look a little bit oily, but it keeps it at a minimum. So that's what I do love about this. But this powder definitely is a 10 out of 10. I just want to show you like a close-up look so you can see exactly what it looks like on the under eye. It's not heavy at all. It is not cakey. It keeps the under eye super smooth, and I feel like that's what we're looking for when it comes to a under eye setting powder. And L'Oreal, again, you've knocked it out the park again. Okay, I love the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray. Mine's is probably almost empty, and it does such a great job keeping my makeup matte. You know, the drugstore is doing their thing, and I'm so glad I have a drugstore setting powder, because like I said, I didn't have one, and I really want to do a full face of drugstore products that I love, and I was missing a setting powder. I did not have a setting powder, and now I can go ahead and do that tutorial that I've been wanting to do. So I'm so glad that I like this. But yeah, this is the completed look. If you have any questions, of course, you're going to leave them down in the comments, right? Any comments, leave them down in the comments, right? You subscribed, right? You liked the video? All you have to do now is come back and watch another video. Bye, guys.
This time it all